sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long.
Sunday, happy days, happy days, happy days, Saturday, what a day, grooving all week with you.
I mean, now.
Welcome to the Rich and welcome to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show live on Smile Radio. We've got our very special guest, Hayley. Your name's confusing me because I've got Hayley. Is it Woolbright or is it?
Yes.
Hayley?
Yes. So I just got married.
Oh,
so
right.
Woolbright is my maiden name, and that's like what I keep as my stage name because all my music is under that. So technically, my legal name is now different, but.
Yeah, well, you just threw me because, you know, when it comes up on Zoom, I think, have I got it wrong?
Oh, right.
That's what's thrown in.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I forgot that my name on Zoom is different. Yes, so it's Hayley Woolbright in the music world.
There we go. So thank you, Hayley, for coming on. And, of course, my good-looking friend, Chris.
Thank you. I've had my 4-week trim.
Look at he's looking, he's on fleek, aren't you? Look at that haircut.
Well, it's just the natural Grecian look. I'm just naturally grey now. I'm like Philip Schofield.
Mine's straight out of the shower, look. No messing.
Product on mine, just naturally greasy.
Right, what we're going to do, before we get into having a chat with our very special guest, who's our featured artist, and if you want to find out a little bit more about Hayley, if you go to our website, www.smileradio.co/the featured artist, you'll be able to see all the information about Hayley and the music, and where you can go to, all the social media information. But what we're going to do to start off with, I'm going to kick off with a band called The Big Dirty, and these were featured artists. Were it last year, Chris?
Yeah.
Some about 18 months ago, and
To be fair, this year it's just utterly confused me now.
I know everything just morphs into one. But anyway, and then we'll come right back to Hayley, and we'll talk about her music and what's been going on, if anything, because it's all been very, very weird, hasn't it? And
Yes, it has.
And we're not going to talk about the election. Because
Nope,
that is
nope.
absolutely stonewall bonkers. Anyway, this is Foreplay by The Big Dirty, which goes into Hold My Beer. So you listen to Rich, Hayley, Woolbright, and my very, very, very fresh looking Chris.
Thank you very much.
We're right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
In June.
You're not.
To get wet. And then in May, our venue.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the sweet, sweet sound of the sex. Be aware that this is a splash zone, so if you want to get wet, then stay exactly where you are. So strap in, strap on, and get ready to get moist.
Welcome back to Rich and Little Bit of Chris live on Smile Radio, and we've been joined by a very special guest, Hayley. How are you? Is everybody there? Can we hear us? Can we hear us? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we're back.
You see, you'd muted me again, haven't you?
No, I muted both of you. At least the thing is, right?
Stick tendencies.
Thing is, at least everybody knows it's live. We're not winging it much.
Yeah, but for 3 years you keep doing it on a purpose. It's now beyond a joke, isn't it?
Right, there we go. Everybody can see. So we've got people on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire, Instagram and Twitter at Smile Radio 3. So Hayley, tell us all about you.
About me? Well, I recently got married a couple months ago. So
Congratulations.
That's a thank you. That's a big life change for me. Definitely kind of changing my songwriting for sure. You know, because if you listen to my past music, a lot of it is heartbreak and past relationships. So it's kind of funny to navigate new songwriting material when you're married.
Adele does that. She always writes about.
I know.
Yeah. Could you? But don't be Adele.
No.
Oh no.
Nobody can be Adele.
Nobody can be that unlucky in love either. To be honest, she has had one bad ride with love.
I don't know. I remember when Louise brought my heart when I was about 8. Hang on.
You can't songwrite or sing.
Well, I can have heartbreak.
But you can. But thank God you didn't put it into lyrics and play it on spoons. No.
That's as good as it ever got.
Yeah. But sorry, go on. Carry on talking, Ellie. Sorry.
No, you know. So yeah, it's funny. I guess navigating new waters like that because people are like, wow, I guess we're gonna have like some new love song albums now instead of breakup tracks because and I'm like, actually, yeah, because I find it a lot easier to write sad songs than it is to write love songs a little bit.
Did you write the ultimate love album? Is that in your locker?
I mean, that would be awesome. I'm actually in the midst of releasing a new single, which will be a love song. It's for my husband. Actually, I wrote it for him. And so, cause I have no songs for him. The joke is that he has always gone to gigs for me and listened to all these songs about me singing about other boys, but I don't have any songs about him. And so, I've got a song in the works right now that, I'm working in a studio with, my producer that helped me with my past album. And I'm hoping early 2021 to release that, and it'll be just a fun, uplifting love song.
Have you played any little snippets to your husband?
Oh yes. He's heard it many times when I'm rehearsing, and I've definitely showed it to him because it originated. I wanted to have it done and recorded as like a wedding gift for him, and then COVID messed up our whole wedding, and then I couldn't go record it, and so I'm just doing it now. But yeah.
Well, you can always say to him, you're saving the best till last, aren't you? So that's why you've...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is your husband easily brainwashed? Because don't be taking tips off him.
No, he is not.
Is your husband fully behind you? Have you been a singer-songwriter?
Yes.
Is that how you met?
No, so he's not musically inclined at all. He is not a musician. I guess people would always ask me, is your husband, or when he was my boyfriend, is your boyfriend a musician as well? I'm like, no, actually, he is not. He's a stockbroker. He works in the stock market. He's a very intelligent guy, but he is not as musically inclined. He doesn't play any instruments. He's more of a music consumer, but he has, like, since day one, since I've met him, that's like his favorite thing about me, and he is so supportive of it. I'm in my basement right now, and our back room, he's been helping me kind of like make it into a music room and soundproof it. Like, he's just the best. He's there at the gigs. He listens to the songs a million times when I play them in the basement. Like, he's awesome.
Does he give you honest feedback as well on each show? Is he honest with you?
He is, yeah. But then sometimes sometimes I feel like he just doesn't have the most keen ear, and so I take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
As in, like, oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds so great. But in my head, I'm like, that I was totally off key. Like,
no, but don't you think sometimes as yourself, you can be your own worst critic?
Oh yeah, that's probably my biggest weakness. Is I can get really in my head about like my own work. And so he is a good voice of reason when it comes to that, for sure.
Because me and Chris have the same problem. We're like the attention to detail, and we like everything just so.
Yeah.
We are not polished. We are not. Thing is, you can't polish a turd. You know, we are who we are, aren't we, Chris?
Yeah.
And-
Unfortunately, for the masses in social media world.
Yeah, and the thing is, and that's one thing I love about, because we're never going to be like Radio 1 or anything over here. We're just Smile Radio, and we're neither one of us have had proper training as being presenters. We just love music. We know what we know, and we like what we like. And the whole thing about Smile Radio is being given a platform for people to have the music heard, and we love it, don't we?
And I think that's the best because it just comes off way more authentic. Like as soon as I enter the Zoom call with you guys are just like two down to earth, chill dudes, like just super authentic. And so I like it. I love it.
Oh.
I'm thankful
I've been called a deuce since I was 7. I'm now 47. So that's a 40-year gap between called a dude. I've been called many other things in that space.
Yeah, so have I. So I'd just like to, what genre of music, because me and Chris, we were having a debate, what genre would you say that your music comes under?
Yeah, honestly, I have a debate with myself on this one a lot. I definitely try and just kind of define it by what most other people will define it as. So, because I am an independent artist, so like you can automatically put it in the indie category, the indie genre. But there's a lot of like pop and folk like influence in there, and so I usually just define it as like indie pop or indie folk or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, well, but we both, Chris and I both. I said sort of indie, and then Chris had said a bit of folk, and yeah.
Who's your inspiration?
Yeah, it's funny people ask me that. Honestly, everything. I find myself being inspired by like sometimes the most random things. And I'm a very observant person, and I love to people watch. And I'm very in tune with like just I don't know what's happening. Like even right now around the world, I've been compelled to like write songs about where our world is right now, and a lot of the lack of human like just humaneness like that people treat themselves with. And I don't know, I'm influenced by love and people and experiences, and I just try to write about what I experience and hope that I'm giving the words to something that maybe somebody else doesn't know how to put into words.
The lack of humanity in today's society is frightening at this current moment in time. It beggars belief how trivial people's lives are. I mean, look at that in Austria, absolutely no need. It just puts it into, well, you can't put it into any sort of context because really should be no place in today's society for that. We're told to accept each other as human beings, but there's no acceptance in some people. It's their way or no way at all. And, we all can try different mediums, music, reading, but if people just don't see it like that, society will fail.
Exactly. And that's like I find myself being like deeply saddened by that a lot, just those realities. And it provokes like inspiration for me sometimes, and trying to put that stuff into words for people, because all I really want to do is be genuine and write about real things. I don't want to have these lyrics that are about very surface level things that nobody even knows what you're talking about. Like I want to talk about real things that people, when they hear it, they're like, you know what, I relate with that. Like because I know how much music I've related with. I hear a song by an artist I like and I'm like, man, this is bringing all the emotion out of me, and they just said what I have not been able to say, And so I'm like, I want to do that for people.
One of your songs, one of your tracks, Hindsight, that what you've just said struck a chord there, because there's certain lyrics within the song, and you think, oh yeah, and certain things, and that's one thing I sort of love about music. So that said, shall we play Hindsight? Shall we give that a whirl? Shall we?
Yeah.
Get it blasted out, Rich.
Let's get this blasted out. So you listen to Rich and our very special guest, Hayley.
Me? Oh, sorry. Again, I keep
No,
wondering.
you told me off last week because it's the Rich and a
know.
Little Bit of Chris show, and I kept saying, "Oh, you listen to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris." And he said, "I think you should introduce our guest." So I've been working really hard in saying that I'm Rich, and we've got Hayley Woolbright and Chris live
Yeah.
on Smart Radio. So this is Hindsight, and this is off your LP album.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's actually the title track. The album's called Hindsight,
Yeah.
and then this track is Hindsight. Yep.
So yeah, don't forget, you want to find out any more information about Hayley, go to our website, smileradio.co/the featured artist, and all our information is on there, and you'll see the beautiful pictures and the one of the arch of in St. Louis. So
Yep.
that we were talking about. We'll talk about that afterwards anyway. We did touch on it. So anyway, if you got any questions, anything you want to ask, or get in touch with us, you know what to do. Instagram and Twitter at SmileRadio3, Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, or drop me an email, richard@smileradio.co. We're right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
My whole life I've looked back at better days, laid awake at night thinking about what I needed to say. Should've listened to the warnings, should've seen the signs, should've stood my ground and stayed
Situated on Eastmore Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
Rich and Chris and Drive Time, Smile Radio.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris Show live on Smile Radio with our very, very, very special guest, Hayley Woolbright, all the way from Missouri, St. Louis in Missouri. That's correct, isn't it?
It is correct.
Gateway
Yes,
to
yeah.
the west.
Gateway to the
Is
west,
that correct?
indeed.
The gateway to the west.
Yep, it is. That's what the arch is, the gateway to the west.
What's the music scene around St. Louis or Missouri in general?
Well, St. Louis right now, there's not much going along.
Let's not pretend. Let's pretend.
Okay,
with no
pre-COVID.
COVID. Yeah,
Okay, no COVID. No COVID. In my opinion, I think St. Louis has a very growing, rich music scene that people don't give enough credit to. Because I've met a ton of just like total hidden gems in St. Louis, like going to open mics around town. Tons of great original artists, and there's live music everywhere. Like, I think St. Louis does that well. Like, if you go out on a Friday or Saturday night, you have so many options to go see live music, like that are in restaurants and venues. And we have some great, unfortunately, some of them have closed down because of COVID. But before that, some great live music venues that always had great entertainment around the town. And I think it's really growing. It's just not one of those music capitals like Nashville that people talk about.
Yeah.
But I know ever since I've been involved and gotten to kind of meet more people, there's a lot of great, good, like original music around town for sure.
Each city will have its own individual sound as well, though, won't it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like comparing mashed potatoes and boiled potatoes. You know, both have a completely different texture. You can say that with music as well, and the local music will be different from one city to another.
Oh, yeah.
And the general vibe. So pre-COVID, everything was great, and it was an upcoming music town then, yeah, with a nice undercurrent of it as well.
Yeah. Like I think, yeah, they're just there was a lot of music like you could always go out on the weekends or even weeknights and find live music to go listen to.
So getting back to your music, Hayley, you know the song Hindsight that's just been on, and obviously
Yeah.
we benefit of hindsight. It's a wonderful thing. So what I know it's about hindsight. So who and why was that written?
Yeah, so that song is kind of the crux of the whole album. That idea of that, what I say in that song is kind of the whole purpose of all the songs. It kind of ties them all together. And it was actually the last song on the album that I wrote was Hindsight, because I wanted to wrap it all together. And I wrote it because I spent about a year writing all those tracks. And I had definitely the previous year I'd been coming out of 2017, 2018, like just a few rough years I had. I experienced some really just intense heartbreak for sure in my young 20s, and just learned, I don't know, I was in college and was learning a lot of life lessons and kind of had to fall on my face a few times. And when I was writing the album, I was kind of emerging from that time and looking back and being like, oh my goodness, like I know why that had to happen now. Like I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have these characteristics if this horrible thing wouldn't have happened, you know? And I was just like starting to realize what a gift it is that we even get the element of hindsight and clarity, because we don't become who we are unless we have things happen to us. And they define us, and the fact that
you know, in a good or bad way as well, don't they? I mean,
right, yeah. And I think,
you know, we all talk, laugh and joke about heartbreak, but it does. We move on, we learn, and for a certain length of time, we build up barriers to protect ourselves, and then it's in the process of lowering those barriers down and starting all again and letting something new or something come into your life that's new again. You know that there's a chance of it happening again. So no, in the 20s are the early 20s are as formative years. We talk about 18, 19s, and so I think your early 20s are the years where things happen, and then you move forward into your late 20s, early 30s, probably learning a little bit from everything that you've done in your early 20s as well.
Oh yeah, you're becoming an adult and you're becoming who you want to be.
That happened when I was 40.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. You've really been shaped and formed, haven't you, Chris?
Yeah.
I think I'm still going through puberty because I ain't grown up yet.
At some point we had to get up. I've got a mortgage to pay, and I think, well, I can't keep running around like an headless chicken.
Right, there you go. Yeah, I've got a mortgage now too, so.
Yeah, it's all about being grown up. So getting back to Missouri and St. Louis, when we just before we came on air, we were chatting, me and Haley and Chris, and I went fortunate. I used to work on cruise ships, and I travelled all over the world, and I was very, very fortunate. And I met somebody from St. Louis in Missouri. Don't ask me whereabouts, because I know it's a big city. But I went over in January, and I have never, ever experienced cold like it. There were wind chills of minus 25 or something ridiculous. And I literally got out of, and her name was Jodie Brown. And I remember getting out of the car and going into her apartment, and all my lips and all my face got chapped, literally from a 2-minute walk. I have never been as cold. I've been up to Alaska. I've been all over, but I'm not kidding you. It was freezing, absolutely brassic. So
not great. It's not my favorite thing about St. Louis.
But you get all the seasons though, don't you?
Yeah, right now we're at the tail end of fall, and let me tell you, my husband and I go for a walk every day after work, and you just see all the orange and yellow and red leaves. Yeah. It's my favorite season by far.
It is. I must admit, it was a bit. I mean, my memory's not the best, to be quite honest. But yeah, I went up the arch, and I think, did she take us to a? I'm almost sure she tried to take us to a zoo, but I think I think we did, but we didn't stay for long because I was freaked. I'd gone in the mindset thinking I'd got a coat, Chris, but you need something like you're in Antarctic. I'm not even joking.
Why is it so cold then? I always think of Missouri further down further down in the geological format of the United States. Is it because the West is a myth and it's freezing?
I can't tell you why. And St. Louis, it's kind of the running joke that our weather is bipolar. Like we have hot summers. It is so humid. I hate it. We have all the seasons, but it is the weirdest thing because this week right now, today, I think it is 75 degrees out.
Oh, wow.
But just last week it was in the 30s. It was 40 degrees. It is bizarre and it can't be predictable. So I've experienced what you have, Rich, about like the freezing cold that chaps your lips, and then the next week it's like it's 70. Like I just expect next
running around in a two-piece.
Yeah, and that was just me, Chris. I'm not joking. I took a jacket. She said, "I'll bring a coat." So I took a jacket. I've been from Yorkshire, thinking, it's normally cold up where we are. It's constantly raining. Oh my God, I was freezing.
Well, it's ground.
Pardon?
Just cold.
You what, mate?
It just changes.
Yeah, bonkers. But anyway, it's a beautiful city. I have to say, it's a beautiful city, and it's just a shame of the weather. Benefit of hindsight. I'd have gone in spring when a bit warmer.
Yep, or even fall. Fall is pretty too. So don't come in the summer; it's too humid.
There you go. So, in regards to your album, then we've got a few more tracks lined up. So I want you to tell me which track you'd like us to play, because I've got Blue Eyes Keeper, Halley's Comet. Ooh.
Yeah, so I did not name that after myself. I'm not that vain. It is legitimately about the Halley's Comet, but it's more of a metaphor. Honestly, one of my personal favorites is Blue Eyes.
Right then. I think we should play that then. So this is one of your favourite off your album. hindsight. So you're listening to Rich, a little bit of Chris, and our very special guest, Hayley Woolbright. And we'll be right back after this. This is Blue Eyes from the said album. Don't go anywhere.
I saw you standing there outside that little cafe. You looked me in the eye and it took my breath away. Oh, blue eyes, your voice was so sweet. I may never see your face again, but you'll be my song on repeat. Blue eyes, you had me at hello. Blue eyes, do you really have to go? Blue I'll never forget those few hours of bliss. Strolling the streets under the lights, your smile is what I'll miss. Oh, blue eyes, why did you have to live so far away? Take a load off, put your feet up, do me a favor and just stay. Blue eyes, you had me at hello. Blue eyes, do you really have to go? We spoke the same language, our minds were in sync. Match made in heaven, you were gone in a blink. Blue eyes, you had me at hello. Blue eyes, do you really have to go? Blue eyes, you had me at hello. Blue eyes, do you really have to go? You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smart Radio.
Welcome back to Rich and a little bit of Chris show live on Smile Radio. You two gashing away. Don't mind me.
Your radio show, you manage your own ones and two cocker. You don't get me on here to help you out with them.
Hey, Chris, are you on? Have you not put 10 bob in the meter? It's gone a bit dark where you are.
No, it's because he's hot. So I'm gonna put light on in a minute. I need to spend a penny, so I'll leave you to it, and then I'll come back. Brilliant.
Brilliant, great radio. Yes. So while my learned friend goes for a little comfort break, could have gone in between the song, couldn't he? But no, he has to go when we're back on. Right?
Yep.
Have you seen what I've got to put up with, Haley?
Yeah, that's quite the dynamic duo you got.
So tell me about Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes, yeah. It's funny that song. People always want to know who is Blue Eyes. Who did you write this about? Like people that I know and stuff. and it's a pretty simple story behind the song. Basically, I had met this musician that was lived in Memphis, Tennessee, here in the U.S.
Mhm.
And he had kind of touched base with me over the internet. He had found my music and liked it, and we had been messaging. And he said, "Hey, I'm coming to St. Louis to play like on a mini tour. I'm coming to play some shows, and I feel like our music is very similar. Could you give me some recommendations on places to play?" So I said, "Yeah, sure." And I gave him some recommendations and gave him some contact info. And I said, "Hey, let me know when you're coming to town because I want to come see you play." And so that, one weekend he came in town, and I went and like saw his shows, and we got together and kind of jammed a little bit. We played some music together. We ended up playing an impromptu show together. And he was just in town for the weekend, and we really hit it off. And I totally had a little bit of a crush, a little bit of a crush that weekend. And then, he lived in Memphis, and he took off and went back home to Memphis. And so I don't know what it was, but the next day, it kind of just like prompted me to write this song. Like I was just totally like infatuated. Like this person that we had so much in common music wise, like we really like had chemistry on a music level. And I don't know, I wrote a song about it. But I just like kept it really ambiguous, and I didn't,
Mm.
I didn't tell. And so people were like, who is Blue Eyes? Who did you write that about? And I'm like, I don't know. But
Yeah, so almost like a little mini holiday romance, if you like.
a little bit, yeah, that's kind of what that is. It's like this almost like a weekend fling kind of thing.
Yeah, and the thing is, with anything like that, it's all very intense, isn't it? And you know,
Hmm.
and if you take a step back, and again, using the word hindsight again, the benefit of hindsight and experience, when real life kicks in, actually, it's not like that, is it? It's not always like the movies. It's all goes black and white and film star, and all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. It doesn't always work out that way. So, but
What is that,
sometimes
Nope.
snogging?
no, she was just on about how she the song Blue Eyes was about a guy who came up from Memphis, and they got on quite well from what I can make out. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Were it like a scene out of a love movie?
it was beautiful.
Were it, were it,
I think I like to think it was.
but in hindsight, it wasn't.
In hindsight, it was nothing. It was, he was another musician. He came in town to play some shows, and we had gotten in contact because we had similar music. So he wanted some recommendations on where to play. And so we hung out that whole weekend, and we played music, and we just like totally hit it off. And I was like, this guy is awesome. Like, why does he have to go back to Memphis? And
Mm,
then he went back to Memphis, and I wrote this song, and that was about it.
men, don't trust them. Keep telling
Don't.
my daughter, don't trust them. No.
Right. Mm-mm.
Anyway,
You wrote a song about a man over the weekend.
yeah,
That's top notch, is that?
yeah. I think we need to know more about this off air.
It's not as risque as you guys are maybe making it up to
no,
be.
no.
I am making
No.
anything. Just saying.
just-
He must have had a lasting
of us-
impression.
Both of us are married now, so yep.
I tell you what, it's nice weather we're having. It's nice weather. Let's just change subjects. Nice weather. Look at it out there. Beautiful. Right then. So I want to know when you let's say for like Blue Eyes, the song there, or Hindsight. I know that track is the name of your album, and it ties all the tracks from that album into the finale, if you like. What comes first, the lyrics or the music, the melody? How does it work for
Yeah.
you?
Common question.
I know it is, but
Well, yeah. What I mean is, it's an interesting question because I know people like to know. Honestly, it changes every time. I would say on that album, half of the songs, the lyrics came first, and the other half of the songs, the arrangement came first. I totally like basically, came up with something, an arrangement on guitar, was really vibing with it, and was like, I need to put lyrics to this, and kind of wrote the lyrics after I had already, I basically matched lyrics to what I had on the guitar, and then other times I totally just get in this writing mood and I write all these lyrics, but I'm like, okay, I have nothing to put this to. And I just kind of start, playing around with stuff and chord progressions and things. And I'm like, you know what? I think this would fit the lyrics I have well. And it kind of just changes. It depends on like when I get inspired and where. I would say like 3 of those songs that are on that album I wrote, sitting in a car dealership waiting for my oil to get changed in my car, because, I had nothing to do. I was sitting in the waiting room and all of a sudden, like I'll get this idea in my head of like, I'll start humming and I'll be like, I kind of like this sound, this melody that I have. So I'll run to the bathroom so I don't look like a freak, and I'll, take my phone and hum the melody into my phone to like record it.
Can you imagine
And
that
then-
him being in the next cubicle?
Yep. Yeah. Right, exactly. And it'll come at the most random times. Do what I gotta do. But I would say it's 50-50.
Yeah.
You talk about hindsight, the song and the album, the sort of closing loop on the. Does the album tell a story in itself? Then, is it cathartic? Is it in healing? Did it become a process for you to deal with certain things, and you've started it there at the low point, and then hindsight closed it all out at the end?
Yes. The tracks aren't necessarily like in a story order, but like me writing them was definitely kind of like that. Like once I released the album, it very much felt like you're closing a book a little bit. I was like, okay, writing these really like helped me process them. It's kind of how I processed all these situations. I've gotten what I've needed to out of these songs. I've kind of healed. Now they're not for me anymore. I'm putting them out there for other people to listen to, enjoy, relate to. And I remember when I released the album and everybody could hear it now, I was like, it felt like almost like a sigh of relief. I was like, okay, I can kind of close the chapter a little bit. Like I can,
because obviously, the songs are personal to you in your previous experiences. So you're in essence, you're bearing your soul and pass it out to everybody that's going to listen to the album.
Yep.
And which is a brave thing to do.
Yeah, I tell people basically I'm putting my journal on blast. Is how I explain it. It'd be like if I just put my journal out on social media for everybody to read. And it's scary. I remember a few days before the album released, I was like, my goodness, like some of these songs that they're written about, those people are going to hear them and they're going to know that it's about them, or, it's scary, but it also, I don't know, it's cathartic to me. It feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Good answer. I like that one. No, but when we also talked about off air, the arrangement of the tracks could easily be done as a straight up acoustic album, you on your own with your guitar. But you said when you bring other artists in, because you don't have a band, it gives you layers and depths that possibly you wouldn't be able to get to the tracks if you just did it in the acoustic version. Which do you prefer, the multi-layered or the acoustic version that you start off with in your head? In all honesty,
I think in like a meaningful, genuine way, I prefer the like bare bones acoustic that I create, because that's where all the emotion is. But when it comes to like performing and like just the excitement of it, definitely like the built up tracks with other musicians, because it's fun to play. They help me bring my song to life. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you said acoustic, because I was wondering if you've got a guitar just laying around that you might want to do an acoustic number for us.
this looks preempted.
Hey.
I just happen to have it right here.
Oh,
actually.
wow. So, would you mind, Hayley, doing us a live acoustic little number?
I
Live.
would love to. This is so unexpected.
But you did have your guitar outside here.
I do. I just
I would
always
expect
have
it
it
is.
with me.
She never leaves home without it.
No, I always have it.
So, I'm going to let
Don't
you...
you find that awkward at Walmart then when you're shopping?
Excuse me, ma'am, did you buy that here?
Right.
Have you got a receipt for that? What are you going to sing for us, Haley?
Let's go with Boxcar.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll do
We'll let you do the intro, and then we'll just shut up and sit
Okay.
back and enjoy.
Yeah, Boxcar is the first track on the album. It's a very fun track. This one's definitely, it's a very upbeat song, so you wouldn't really get that it's a very personal song from the get-go, but it definitely is if you really listen to the lyrics, because I actually wrote it when I was stuck behind a train. Like, I was in my car, stuck at a railroad crossing, and I was really in a rough spot. I was feeling like, man, I was staring at this train just like going by, and I'm waiting for it late at night to, go so I can go home. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, I feel like I was sitting on this train, and all trains are going to a destination, right? I feel like I had my whole life planned out. I was going this way. I was on my way on this train to this destination, and now I feel like I just got kicked off the train, and I can either in this moment pick up my stuff and go home, or I can hop back on and see where it's going to take me. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but in that moment I was watching this train go by, and that's what my head was filling with. And I went home that night and I wrote this song. So it's kind of about just in life, you kind of have two choices. You can either let your circumstances like defeat you or not. So this is Boxcar.
Hit it.
Been stowed away on this boxcar for quite some time. We plan to ride it all the way from Maine to Anaheim. But things change and people do too. My company's gone. I could choose to step off and make my way back home, or I could choose to keep moving on. My time is come and gone. Maybe I'll overstay my welcome, but I've outgrown this boxcar, and I'm headed down the rails. I'm headed down the rails again. For months on end I've been traveling along for the ride. Colored the Smokies, braved the Rockies, and rolled the hills of the countryside. But things change and people do too. This freight train is run its course. I'm still gonna make it out west, so I'll hop on a new line with no remorse. My time is come and gone. Maybe I'll overstay my welcome, but I've outgrown this boxcar, and I'm headed down the rails. I'm headed down the rails again. I've seen so much beauty from inside this boxcar, but I'm headed down the rails again and moving on. My time is come and gone. Maybe I'll overstay my welcome, but I've outgrown this boxcar. My time is come and gone. Maybe I'll overstay my welcome, but I've outgrown this boxcar, and I'm headed down the rails. I'm headed down the rails again. headed down the rails again inside this boxcar.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Really like that.
Thank you.
I can see where the boxcar is an analogy for a relationship. You're getting off one boxcar to another one.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Oh, thank you.
That's a fantastic track acoustic. Say, we're doing it through the microphones on our laptops. You sound really good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was hoping that it wouldn't get too fuzzy through the microphone. But...
No, it didn't. We didn't. It didn't peak. It didn't. We did all right there. So that is, and again, the power of technology. I know, in the acoustics in your basement is probably not what you'd like, but it was very, very good.
It is what it is. Thank you.
No, we really, really appreciate it. And I can't believe that is so, off the cuff, and we didn't even arrange it. Wow.
I know. I just impromptu, I just
Who'd have thought it?
I had no idea, but
Did you sing at your own wedding?
I did not. We had our small backyard wedding kind of as a backup when our venue canceled. We planned it in 30 days once we found out our September wedding wasn't going to happen. So I did not. We just had immediate family. It was very small. But in May, this coming May, our venue rescheduled our reception. So we're still going to have our big party this coming May. So we'll basically have been married for a year, and we'll have the whole party. And I don't know. Because originally that song that I wrote for my husband, I wanted it to be a wedding gift, and I wanted to sing it at our wedding. So I don't know. I might still do that. I don't know.
Be like an anniversary gift this time, though, won't it?
A little bit, yeah. So it all works out,
It beats a piece of paper because that's the gift.
No, but what you could do, you could write the lyrics on the paper and frame it.
That's true. I did not think about that.
You can have that for free.
We've only had this house for about 4 months, and we don't have a lot of stuff up on the walls. So actually, that could be kind of cute.
Or why don't you just write it on the wall and don't decorate over it?
Yeah, in a Sharpie, so you can't paint.
I'm sure that would. I'm sure when we have kids, that'll happen anyways. But.
Oh, that's brilliant. So what's coming up then? I know it's all uncertain, but what you say you're penning a new album, is that right?
Just a single song right now. So I've been writing a bunch of songs recently. I have a lot of half-written songs, just trying to write some new stuff. But I have one right now that's been written for about 6 months. That I'm starting pre-production right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping to get into the studio sometime in the next month, 2 months, to get this recorded. Because I think early 2021, I want to release a single. So, yeah.
So
can you perform again now? Or are you still under restrictions?
So I have a little bit. I'd say in the past 6-7 months, I've performed 4 or 5 times, but they've all been outdoor shows. So right now, really, there's a lot of places that aren't doing live music anymore right now, but the places that are, they're just doing outdoor shows. But it's starting to get to be winter, so that's not going to be a thing. So I've had a few here and there. But I will say it's been really tough to get gigs as an artist, with a bunch of places just not, having them. And luckily, I'm one of the lucky ones that's, snagged a few and gotten to play outside patios, at a restaurant. But even that's starting to close down because it's getting cold. So it's a bummer. So that's why I'm always thankful, even for things like this, I can play a song, because there's not a lot of options for performing right now, unfortunately. But so you guys are in actual lockdown, it sounds like.
Yeah,
so
we've just gone in for...
I'm sure musicians over there are really out of luck.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I mean, before all of this, I was looking into opening our own live music venue, and that's still something that we're gonna do, because we want to sort of incorporate the radio station with a live music venue.
Right.
But again, there's a number of venues that have just closed down, and you know, I had 6 festivals that I was going to be hosting over the summer,
Oh man.
and you know, that'd have been a nice little few quid, a few dollars in our pocket. But
Yeah.
but hey ho, we're still here. We've got our health, so that's the main thing. As long
That's
as
true.
as long as
There you
we-
go.
as long as we've got enough for beer and biscuits, that's all we need. So
There you go.
yeah. So I know going forward then, where it's a really difficult question. Well, for you to answer, because I'm going to say what's the plan? I mean, tour. I mean, ideally. I mean, before
Yeah.
before all the COVID thing, then you said you were doing tours and stuff. So where did you get to?
Well, I was gigging around town. So St. Louis. I've played a few shows in like Kansas City, which is about 3 hours away. Columbia, which is also in Missouri. You know, I really honestly right before COVID hit, I was really hitting a stride, just booking a ton of gigs around St. Louis and Missouri, and I was really looking into finding gigs like in other states, you know, trying to maybe
Yeah.
go around the Midwest a little bit. And I had planned this past summer, you know, I didn't get a summer job because I was going to do music full time. I was hoping I could find stuff, you know, in other states and really kind of travel around. And all of it just blew up, you know, like it just couldn't do it anymore because of COVID. So I'm hoping in the future, you know, if it allows, I really am looking for opportunities to kind of just broaden my exposure. Like I've gotten the privilege to play a lot around town here and around Missouri, but I really do want to, you know, explore, you know, outside of here, you know, play around the Midwest. It's just opportunity is so hard to come by right now.
So just on a selfish note, how did you hear about Smile Radio? Because I know
Yeah, so I have there's a PR agency called Independency that contacted me because I don't know, about a month ago, and they had come across my music on Spotify and they liked it, and so they contacted me to ask, you know, if I'd be interested in any PR, you know, promotion, and they, you know, they help get like radio and airplay for artists, you know, and that's something, you know, I'm just a, you know, it's me, myself, and I don't really have a team of people, you know, it's definitely an independent artist. So, you know, I can only reach so many people, you know, I do all my own booking and PR stuff. And so I did a deal with them for this whole month of November. And so they've been pitching my song Boxcar to like hundreds of radio stations around the world, and so Smile was one of them, and you guys picked up my song. So I get notified every time a station or anybody around the world like picks up my song, because I have a guy that is like pitching them everywhere, you know, because he has all the contacts that I don't. And that's how I heard about Smile. I'd never heard about Smile, and so I've definitely like become acquainted with you guys and you know, looked it up. And when I was notified, you know, Boxcar got picked up by you guys, and then, you know, you guys talked about an interview, I was like, awesome. And I got on your website, I'm like, this is pretty cool, like this is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, that's kind of how I've gotten some reach out there recently, is just some radio pitches, trying to get more exposure for my music.
Yeah, because as you are probably now aware, I know we're based in the UK, but we have a global presence. I mean, we, you know, from all over Europe, obviously America. I don't get all the analytics to which part. It covers the map, so it could be
No,
anywhere.
that's what I've noticed. It's awesome.
Yeah,
And so I was super honored to be able to like that you guys, you know,
so
took the pitch essentially.
yeah, well, we've hit well over 300,000 listeners since we launched, and you know, especially when you think of the capabilities of devices, connecting to the internet, it's literally a drop. But I'm absolutely amazed because we've only been going just over 2 years. So
Yeah.
and we're always looking for new music, new presenters, sponsorship. If anybody's out there, you want to throw some money our way, help us. You know, we'll
You
take
guys
it.
have great merch. I'm looking at Chris's hoodie right now.
Yeah, we've got.
And I'm like, I kind of want one of those. Those are awesome. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you have it on too.
Yeah, well, we've got merch
They're
on our
like
website.
twins, like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
We don't know who's who though. Mind you, you're taller than me, so I'll have to be Danny Water.
Yeah, but not massively taller though. Just like a couple of Danny DeVitos.
Right then,
Like
Haley,
a couple of hobbits.
we've
With smile hoodies on.
we're gonna yeah. So if you wanna, and if anybody else out there wants to buy our merch, go to our website smileradio.co/Smile Radio merch. So
Do we model it, Richard, on website?
no, but we should. I think we should do. I think we
Budgie
should.
smugglers.
I think we
Budgie smugglers.
yeah, get some speedos on, and we'll walk down some budgie smugglers, and we can walk down like the Paris fashion show
Right.
in
You've
Wakefield.
always take it a little bit too far, Richard.
No, I've got to sell it. I've got a vision. We're going to
What
sell
about
it.
Smile Radio Spanx vests.
Yeah, to suck it.
Body sculpting vests.
Or what about them sucky in knickers? Them pants that
Oh, yeah.
I could get some Smile Radio ones. Just where the magic happens. Anyway, right then, on that bombshell, we're gonna finish off. I want you to. I've got Fear, Haley's Comet, or Keeper. You choose which last track we should go with. Before we say.
We've done two upbeat ones. Let's go with Haley's Comet. That's definitely, that one sounds the most different from all the songs on the album.
Right then.
So we'll go with that.
Right then, so I just want to
Right
say a massive, massive thank you, Haley, for coming on our show. And don't forget, when you've got any more tunes, send them across. You've got all our details.
Oh, yeah.
And if there's anything you've got going on, we'll happily promote what you're doing. We'll share the love on social media. And anything that we can do to help, where we are. So just keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe. And keep knocking them tunes out.
Appreciate it, guys. Seriously, so
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you guys
fantastic.
too. Thank you.
All the best.
Right, you take care. Thanks again. So you're listening to
care.
Rich
You
and our,
guys.
and our
Bye,
very,
bye.
very special guest,
Bye.
Haley. See you later, Haley. Take care, love. So
Bye.
we're going to finish off this segment with Haley's song, and it's called Haley's Comet, and that's off her album Hindsight. You listen to Rich and a bit of Chris live on Smile Radio. We're right back after this.
You're as rare as she who showed in 1986. Won't be back till 2061. 75 years in between. And I'm lucky enough to have witnessed you. You knew every shape of the moon and where each planet stood in space. Yet out of all the stars in the sky, you picked me to watch the night go by. You came and gone like Haley's Comet, and I'll never forget it. There will never be another you in my lifetime. I remember our love, for it shine, for it shine. You and I weren't meant to be, but our paths were meant to cross. I'm so glad I your spark. Even though I wish you could have stayed, you'll fly over someone's life one day. You came and gone like Haley's Comet, and I'll never forget it. There will never be another you in my lifetime. I remember our love for its shine. You came and gone like Haley's Comet, and I'll never forget it. There will never be another you in my lifetime. I remember our love for its shine. I remember our love for its shine. I remember our love for its shine, for its shine.
I'm Lee from the far north, and you're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio. And a little bit the far north.
Oh, welcome to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris live on Smile Radio, and we're being joined by Adam from the Tropical Boyfriend catalogue. Can you hear us, Adam?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, guys?
How you doing, Adam? All right?
Oh, you're a bit
Yeah,
loud there,
okay,
Chris.
thank you.
Good.
I think, have you turned your mic up, Chris? You only blew my ears off. No, it's all right, Olcott.
Is it you that's turned it up, or mate?
No, that's better. No, it's all right. How you doing, Adam?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, just settling into the lockdown, really.
Yeah, it's all bonkers, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So,
I've settled in with 4 sausage rolls from Greg's.
Oh, nice.
so we've got you were our featured artist a few weeks ago, and oh god, my mind's gone blank from the song, because I've got the original track that you sent across. Oh god, mine's gone blank. Bear with me.
No worries. Yeah, I'm trying to think back. We've put out so much material recently. It's hard to keep track of where we're at.
Yeah, well, we've got Gonna Make You a Star, and I Can Run Faster Than a Car, but the one, oh, Holding On.
Oh no, that was it. Yeah.
We got there
I
in
really
the
like that. I see that song. I really like that.
Cheers.
It reminded me like I probably got this wrong. Quite funkadelic, if that's ever a word.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of the more poppy tunes that we've got. But yeah, no, it's all credit there goes to Cammy and Zach, definitely, because it's such a great song for that one.
Would you classify yourself as poppy rock or not? Was Holding On just a song completely out of the blue?
It's hard to say what I'd classify as. I guess kind of like alternative pop, like alt pop, maybe is kind of an all-encompassing genre title if you want to stick a label on it. It's hard to say that. I think we just kind of like exploring what we like, really. If we come up with a sound and it works, we just run with it, really.
So when did you get a chance to do all the, Gonna Make You a Star and I Can Run Faster Than a Car? When did you manage to record all of these, or have these been in the bag for a while now?
They've been in the bag for a while now. Yeah, before me and Craig joined the band, Zach and Cammy they'd written I don't know how many songs, so many songs that were kind of almost ready to go, and it was just a case of finalizing them and adding our parts to them. So yeah, so those songs have been kind of in the works for quite a while now, and we're working on more stuff all the time.
So have you been able to get into any studios or doing any recording or throughout this time, or has it just all been a bit sporadic?
Well, we've been fortunate in that we've a few of us have got our own recording equipment, so we're able to do a lot of it from home.
Yeah.
Drums is obviously quite a tricky one because that's quite a big setup. But in terms of bass and guitar, it's just one or two mics really, so we can get around it just like that.
Yeah. So, well, what we'll do, I'm going to make you a star, and then we'll come back with them. We'll catch up and we'll have another chat. And eventually, I was saying when I spoke to Cammy earlier today, it would be nice to get the whole band on, and it's we've not had the chance, and I know it's difficult because we've all got proper jobs as well in between doing this, haven't we? So it's a little bit difficult trying to get everybody together, but it would be nice to get you all on at some point. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play.
You're the designated spokesman this time, Adam.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah, because Cammy's working, isn't she? And I don't know where Zach is.
Yeah.
Can't even say he's at the pub either. Well. Can't even blame that, can we? Pubs are shut.
Yeah.
Right then, this is Gonna Make You Star, and this is Tropical Boy from Catalogue. You listen to Rich and a little bit of Chris and our very special guest, Adam, from the said band. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Has been wonderful through no fault of my own. My canvas wouldn't bear my moniker. It would be adorned with names who made it better for the days when I knew them, who made my life better for the days when I loved them, for the days when I knew them. I'm gonna make them a star that hangs in the sky. The star wouldn't bear my moniker. It would be adorned with names who made it better. Greatest loves I ever had. My stars black from names of people who I love for the days when I knew them. Who made it better for the days when I knew them, who made my life better for the days when I loved them, for the days when I knew them. My life has been wonderful through no fault of my own. My canvas wouldn't bear my moniker. It would be adorned with names who made it better for the days when I knew them. Make you a star. Chris and Drive Time Smile Radio.
Welcome back to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris Show live on Smile Radio. We're being joined by Adam from the Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah.
I like that, Adam.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's yeah, it's a really beautiful song. That
Very mellow,
yeah,
isn't
that,
it?
pardon, sorry.
Very mellow. Very.
Yeah, yeah, change from the previous release, which is a bit more angsty.
Is that
It's laid back. It's very laid back. I really like that. It's something you could have listened to in the background, and it wouldn't overpower you. Yeah, that was a lovely track. That was completely different to Holding On. Completely, yeah. Really impressed with that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's yeah, it's a great song. Zach Zach wrote that years ago, and I think he showed the first demo to Cammy, and then it kind of became a Tropical Boyfriend catalog song quite a bit down the road. It's interesting with songs like that actually, because before Tropical Boyfriend catalog was Tropical Boyfriend catalog, Zach was working on a lot of material himself. I mean, we were all working on our own individual material, I suppose. But some of these demos that Zach had sent me were from a good at least 2 years ago. Some of them, and it's just really interesting to see how they've grown and evolved over time and become what they've become now.
No, I get completely different direction from Holding On, and she's a great voice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's a fantastic voice.
Yeah,
but she doesn't. It doesn't overpower the musicality behind it either.
No, yeah, she definitely strikes a good balance there of
Does her voice and tempo dictate how the song plays out musicality wise, or is it the music first and then yes, the words are there, but it's how she delivers the lyrics? Does that then dictate it, or is it a bit of a harmonious relationship between both?
I guess somewhere in between. I think it depends on the song really, and probably who brings the first demo forward, I suppose, as well. Because all four of us kind of pitch in different ideas. So yeah, depending on who it is, I suppose that their instrumental kind of strong suit is kind of what ends up leading. So sometimes it might be Cammy comes to us first with an idea, like a vocal and a guitar or something. We build on that, or it works the other way around. Really depends.
So just so looking at when you were saying, because you've got Cammy, you've got Zach and Craig, and then obviously yourself. Who's the drummer?
So the drums on the songs we've done so far was our friend Tom, who's based up in he's either in Manchester or Sheffield at the moment. So he's kind of stepped in and filled those for us at the minute. But at the moment, nobody permanent.
Oh wow, okay. So I just wondered when you were saying about the drums, so when I was reading you about, I'm thinking, actually, I don't remember seeing who's the drummer. And I thought, you think, am I cracking up? But anyway, so what else is coming out soon? Because I think Cammy says you've got some more coming out soon, haven't you?
Yeah. So there's so we're in the middle of an era that we're calling the Something I Can Feel Alive In anthology. So we've just got a collection of singles coming out over the next few months, really. And yeah, we should have around then. We're just deciding on which ones to go for, really.
Yeah. So I can run faster than a car. I've made sure that I've got the radio edit as well.
Why is a few expletives in?
No, because the one that I got sent, I'm trying to remember. It's about all the days just morph into one, don't they? And we were just saying this with all this, and again, the next 4 weeks are just going to be. Anyway.
What day do you scratch on?
I'm not. I'm furloughed.
Oh
yeah. So I've lost my train of thought. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say then. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. And that's definitely an age thing, but that won't affect you yet, Adam.
I don't know. I can feel it creeping in sometimes.
So whereabouts in the country are you right now then?
So I'm in Kent. So Zach and Cammy are in London, and Craig's in Bath. I'm hoping I'm getting that right. He may correct me later, but I'm pretty sure he's in Bath at the moment. but yeah, so we all kind of centralise in London. But yeah, I'm based down in Kent.
Right.
How have you been coping with obviously the COVID? Not necessarily if you've had it or not, but just with the restrictions. You know, not just on performing, but everything else. You know, how's your, I mean, because you're a lot younger than me and Richard. So how does it affect the mental well-being of the younger populace? Because I'm 47. I've still been working it, and it doesn't affect me as much. Obviously, you're an artist, so you obviously got that as well to consider. How have you been dealing with it altogether? Irrespective whether you've had it or not, just how society is now, and how has it affected you in any way?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's going to have an impact on everyone in different ways. In terms of myself, I just try to keep busy. Really, the band's been a great outlet during this time, really, because we're constantly so busy and working on something every day. So that definitely keeps you distracted from the fact you can't go out from time to time. But yeah, I feel like I've handled it pretty well, and I think the guys in the band would probably agree that it's been a similar experience for them. We've just kind of knuckled down and gotten on with, I suppose, well, the band really just sunk our teeth into it and just kept busy.
But the whole situation everybody's in. I bet you miss gigging though, doing it live.
Yeah.
There's nothing, and it's like we had Haley, who's she's in St. Louis in Missouri, who's been this week's featured artist, and she did an acoustic set, and just to sit and listen to some live music, Haley just strumming a guitar and playing a song, and I really miss it. I mean, I can't play any instrument, and I can't sing, but
so don't ever claim to sing.
I've 2 songs, Chris, and you know it. I've 2 songs.
But
Great Balls of Fire and Sweet Caroline. That's it.
Remember when you do it seen in Benidorm.
Leave your public wanting more. That's all I'll say. Just leave them.
Hell, they've been wanting more.
Take that from me, Adam.
20 years.
But I can't tell you. I've missed going to gigs, live music, and it's just
it's definitely something I'm missing a lot. I mean, I joined the band in February, so we haven't been able to gig at all, or at least not since I joined the band. So so it's a lot of just everything kind of remotely, and every now and again being able to meet up. But yeah, I know what you mean. I went out to Germany to see some family. When was that? Back in June or July, and they had these tents around the city, and they had these tents around the city that they were calling Culture Islands, I believe was what they were called, and it was just different artists in there, musicians, dancers. It depended on what time of day and which part of the city you went to, but it was. I just remember seeing that for the first time and it hitting me that it had been so long since I'd seen any sort of live performance, and it was really great and almost mesmerizing to just stand and watch it for a little bit.
Yeah, it's just mad, isn't it?
How come when you said you joined the band in February?
Mm-hmm.
How did that process happen? Because I'm new to interviewing you or any member of this band. So how come you got roped in February? Unless they know there would be a pre-COVID lockdown and you were never going to perform together live.
Oh, that's it.
Well, I've known the guys in the band for years. We all met at college, kind of went our separate ways, uni-wise, and then all come back together really. So so when Zach and Cammy came back from uni, I was kind of in the area. I'd not so subtly hinted to Zach that I wanted to join the band several times. So yeah, we just kind of talked it through, and we were like, yeah, this is definitely something that could work for us in terms of like where we're located. So yeah, that was how I thrust myself upon the band rather than rather than being requested. to
Were you in a
join.
band before that then?
Yeah, I've been in a few different bands. I was in an instrumental band called Zoo Crisis for a while, which which was great fun. But it was just kind of a casual as and when thing, I suppose. Whereas Tropical Boyfriend Catalog is much more rigid. Like we've got a huge schedule of things that's ready to go or in the works. So yeah, I've worked on a few different things really.
Well,
What do you bring to the band then? And this again, like you say, you sort of badgered them rather than do a request. So, obviously that's a tongue-in-cheek comment. So how did you pitch yourself then?
They needed a good bassist. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, bassists are few and far between, so that played in my favour. I guess just in terms of we're great friends who go back a long way, so that's obviously half the battle of being in a band, actually getting on with each other. And I guess in terms of an actual musicality reason, the band's always kind of not been afraid to push boundaries in terms of what they do, and in the way that we write. And as a bass player, that's something that I've always tried to achieve, not just through the melodies and the bass lines that I write, but in terms of the sounds and what I can bring in that aspect. So I think there was something mutually beneficial there in terms of what I was able to bring to the band, really.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to break for a quick song. We're going to play the radio edit. He says, fingers crossed. I Can Run Faster Than Your Car. So you listen to Rich and a little bit of Chris and Adam from the Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue live on Smile Radio. So don't forget, get in touch with us, Instagram and Twitter at Smile Radio 3, Facebook, Smile Radio Yorkshire, or if you're listening on Alexa, say, Alexa, start Smile Radio. Right back after this.
Run
2,000 years ago. Alfred Fossil, a mild-mannered, over-the-hill club DJ, walked into Smile Radio via digital email abomination. He arrived shoeless and toothless from the redneck hills of bloody Tennessee, USA, with plans of delivering more diversity to the Smile musical configurations. Punk rock, mashup, house remixes, and dubstep are his weapons of choice. But his ultimate weapon he unleashes weekly at the beginning of his show, which is a parody of ridiculousness and disgrace rarely heard on airwaves anywhere about the globe. So if you're tired of listening to hip cool music and their uppity city-fied ways, but just want to be shocked back into reality, check out Colonel Bacchus Radio, Fridays at 6 p.m., right here on Fish and Chips Happy Smile Radio.
You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
Welcome back to Rich and a Bit of Chris Shaw and our special guest Adam from Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's we got planned for this evening? Out and out.
Oh, this evening. Well, my girlfriend just recently bought the Harry Potter box set, so probably watching that. I suppose we're finally making our way through it. We just watched Chamber of Secrets last night, so Prisoner of Azkaban next. Quite excited for that.
Oh God,
sorry, the song "Run Faster Than Your Car." Is there a story behind it? Because it's quite a unique song title, and it's quite prevalent in the song.
Yeah. So we had a single come out back in March called "Dinner Party," which the concept's a little bit wacky and a little bit out there, about getting fed up with your friends, so you kill them and have a dinner party with their corpses. And they were Zach and Cammy were just kind of sitting down discussing the lyrics, and we're just trying to see how far they could push it with wacky ideas. And one of them that they came out with was "I Can Run Faster Than Your Car," and the rest of the song just kind of fell into place there. They really liked it as a metaphor for a relationship, I suppose, and being able to say I can be independent, I can look after myself, I don't need anyone else.
Brilliant. So what metaphor would you get from having a dinner party with your corpses?
I'm not quite sure on that one. It's a bit of a concerning lyric, especially considering
Jeffrey Dahmer and Dennis Nielsen's not in your band. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
That is wrong. How far can you push it? That's a niche market, is that, isn't it? I can't see you on top of Pops or Capital Top 40 on weekend singing about having a dinner party with corpses.
Well,
yeah, no, I can't either. Yeah, it does make me wonder how successful a band can be when no one wants to be your friend because they might die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. But no, yeah, I can get your point that with the "Run Faster Than Your Car." Now you've explained it. You can see there's the analogy in there of independence, and you're not coupled to somebody or tied down to somebody's control. Yeah, but it's quite an upbeat poppy song again, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But as we said off air, though, her voice is fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it'd be really nice at some point if we can get you all on. We can have we'll arrange it with a bit more time.
Arrange your dinner party, Rich, because we haven't got.
No,
don't do that.
We'll do it via Zoom, Chris. Just to make sure. Yeah,
that dinner party we did, folk. I mean, I'm pretty fly with most things, but
who come up with that? Who come up with that? Were it Zach or were it Cammy?
I think it was both of them between them. So yeah.
And she sounds so nice as well, Chris, when you talk to her on the phone.
Yeah, deceiving.
Yeah, they said that about Fred and Rose West.
Yeah, come in, the heating's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it. They're building the dreams around you.
Yeah, exactly. Right then, we're gonna finish up with your original track that you sent across a few weeks ago now, Holding On. So I just want to say a massive thank you for coming on at short notice, Adam.
It's been a pleasure to meet you, Adam.
And
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
and like I said, and I said to Cammy, when your new tracks come out, send them across, and we'll do what we always do. We'll share it. We'll put it on our playlist, and we'll share the love. So
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks a lot.
So
Yeah,
thanks
that means
again,
cool.
buddy. Stay safe. Look after yourself. And enjoy Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Oh,
enjoy
no,
Harry
cheers, yeah.
Potter.
Yeah,
would
will
you associate yourself with being a muggle?
Yeah, probably.
well, my daughter Zoe, she is a massive. She's had a tattoo on the back of her leg, and it's the glasses with the scar, and it says
Oh, yeah, yeah.
always. I think it says. Is it always, Zoe? Is she listening? I don't know. Anyway, I think it says always or something like
You'll
that.
be eating that something out of your fridge. Rich.
Yeah, she will be. And if you watch, I've watched. Oh, she's read all the books, and you watch it, and it's so. I nearly swore that. And so annoying, because she's saying the next line as it's coming out. She's watched it that much. She knows
Yeah.
every. And they got these card games. I forget what it's called now, and it was Harry Potter, and it was a quiz game on
Yeah.
Harry Potter. I know nothing. I've seen them, but I know nothing. Oh, what portion it goes into this? She were asked, and she were a fire, and needless to say, I got nothing. I got zilch and nada.
That's some proper in-depth Harry Potter knowledge there.
Oh, honestly, I know you probably won't get a chance to watch it with her, but I refuse to watch it because you can't watch it because she's like telling the next line. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up. So thanks again, Adam.
Yeah, cheers, Adam.
Keep
Yeah,
safe.
thanks a lot.
Look after yourself. Give our love to everybody, and don't go for a dinner party with Cammy and Zach.
Yeah.
Just-
I'm trying
Because
to
that
avoid
bit
it.
last time we see you,
Yeah.
if invited around
Yeah.
to that film,
Yeah.
Shallow Grave.
Right
Look
then.
after yourself, Adam, and you're in my praise.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.
Right then, buddy, you take care. So this is Holding On. This was released a few months back by Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue. You listen to Rich and a bit of Chris and our good friend Adam from the band. Take care, buddy. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah, thanks.
Life floats on by on a river too far, far from anything to do with me. I tell myself to go, but I just keep on stalling. A change in it all is what I need. But now who am I supposed to be? 'Cause I'm holding on, I'm holding on. Yeah, I'm holding on, I'm holding on. Yeah, I'm holding on to you, my dear. Finding it hard to be anything special.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Bit of Chris show. Are you there, Chris?
Hi, I'm Cocker.
You enjoy that,
Hey,
mate?
I did, yeah. Double guesting every week.
Well, we're trying our best. We're
You know,
trying
I said guesting and not any other word that followed double.
dinners, or tums, or chins. No, I enjoyed that, mate. Enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah, both really good. I tell you something, that impromptu acoustic set, that were a little treat, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. She's when I got sent the stuff through. So I was just saying, I was talking to Yoda, who's our station manager, Richie Johnson, and we've actually had I think in the unsigned playlist we have about 720 odd tracks in an unsigned playlist now, and we're literally getting hundreds a week. So I know between me and...
Well, I'll tell you something, right? What you've been playing lately, bars set quite high.
There's some... while I'm on, I got a message from... remember Gav from Civic Green?
Oh, yeah.
They've got another track, and he sent it over, but I can't play it yet because I don't know. I think it's due out sometime in November, so I can't play it yet.
Sunbird's releasing theirs. I keep seeing it's been delayed. And Far North. Why is it?
I think it's because of all this. I think they're just trying to.
There's a what? Bonfire night going on for 4 days. Or US presidential election.
I think it's the election that you might find out after we've been locked down after 4 weeks. Who's the president?
Question for you.
Go on.
Right. We're in lockdown for 4 weeks, but they've extended furlough while next March. What's happening?
I think they can foresee companies and businesses going to really, really struggle, because it's not the fact that it's the loss of earnings. Like businesses that in the first lockdown, it's normally 3 or 4 months or even 6 months when it affects cash flow, and if you haven't had that, you know what I mean?
Have you swallowed The Economist or something?
No, it's just basic money, innit? If you can't sell, and you've still got bills to pay, you definitely don't need to be Einstein to work it out. You know what I mean? If you got more out than you got coming in, it's not a good sign. And the thing is, depending on what it is you're selling, either if it's a service or if it's a product, you've got to buy the product.
I mean, how are you coping with your product, which is you?
I'm all right.
Is your order book full for the next few weeks?
Yeah. I've just got the Indian store to lay. So yeah, just trying to keep busy, mate.
Somebody to be like that bloke off Diet Coke, bro. Wouldn't you that have all been stopping in where you live and just watching you?
What me?
Umping up a bag of pebbles.
My junior beer got resting over my waistband.
Oh, they're probably watching chasing like Rabbit you lost.
For those who don't know, I didn't lock the rabbit hutch, and we had 2 rabbits, and we've only got one. One got out, and I spent hours. Oh, my daughter was absolutely devastated. It was, bless her.
Great work, Fritzl.
Yeah, if you ever need any sympathy, Chris is the person to go. He's brilliant. He's brilliant at that. Always makes me feel better. So how's things down at the Auckland household then?
It's all right. I've put 50 pence in meter. It's getting dark now, isn't it? This firework thing, my dog's going crazy for no real reason now. It's just pointless. It's for one night only. Why do they go on forever? And that's for lockdown, Rich. It is what it is now. I mean, obviously you're doing your garden, you're building everything else. I'm still going to work, so just crap in it. I fear for kids now, me more than me.
Well, do you know what? In all seriousness, I'm so glad they haven't shut the schools, because
I am.
It's been a crap year anyway, and they need that social interaction. And let's face it, I know that we run the risk of the kids getting it and being carriers and giving it to those who are vulnerable. I get that, but the kids who go to school, they're not in that category of high risk.
No.
They're gonna.
Rich, I concur with you wholeheartedly. I think if they shut schools down, what I do find trouble is the cessation of grassroots football. Again, Did you see that thing on Facebook the other day? That gym owner in Wakefield keeping his gym open for mental health issues. He's been arrested and he's going to get fined 10 grand.
No, I've not seen that.
Yeah, well, it's A1 Star Gym. Yeah, we're on Facebook the other day, and he says he's going to keep it open, social distancing gym, and if people use workouts or going at gym, so just clear the mind in a bit of clarity. Some of them don't have that now. I mean, obviously, I go to work, you do what you do, so you can empty your mind. You can't, you just focus on what you're doing. There's no other things playing on your mind because you're focusing on what you're doing. Then you come home, we've still got some normality to our working day. All right, you're working on your guy, but you're still getting up, putting your riggers on, and doing your shift, aren't you? And then waiting for clerk of works to come home and inspect your work.
Yeah, do snagging list,
Do snagging list, because, But I'm so glad the school, because if the schools are shut, I don't know.
No, I mean, selfishly for my little one, Lily, she was just saying, I really don't, because I mean, towards the end, she did all the work that was set for her, apart from one day, which was a bank holiday Monday, and I said to her, you wouldn't have been doing it anyway. You wouldn't have been at school. It's a bank holiday, so, and I remember she got 69% of attendance almost, but she'd done literally 100% of the work, and she in the school. I mean, I know but they had no idea the negative knock-on effect that had to Lily, because she just said, "Well, what's the point of me doing it? I've done all the work, and yet and they said I've done 69%. How does that work? What do they average it out through the class for those who don't bother? I don't know, but anyway." But yeah, her mental well-being, they need that interaction. They need to be with their peers. They need to be with their friends. They need it.
This is a different lockdown. Nights are drawing in quick. It's cold. Yeah. You can't really do much. I mean, even doing some exercise. I'm going out on bike in the morning.
What time are you going?
Where am I going?
What time? Because it's dark,
I'm not going out in dark. I'm scared of getting dragged off and kissed to death by some random tramp. Not a nice thought, Rich.
No, this is true, mate. This is true.
I'm going to go out about, it starts getting light about 7:30, so I'll be out on the road about 7:30. I haven't planned my route as yet. Get out, get it done. But in summer, when we were locked down in summer, Rich, it was like party night every night, sun was shining.
Yeah.
You didn't need to go abroad, did you? You could just sit in your back garden.
It was glorious, wasn't it, that sunshine?
We both looked healthy. We look a bit anemic now.
And mind you, I've noticed, do you know, just before Redout, opposite Thorns Park, there's a new tanning shop. And it's massive. It's a massive tanning shop between,
I used to love a sunbed, mate. But now, if I don't catch it outside, I don't catch it at all.
Mm.
I don't know how you get on in prison an hour a day. You're not looking...
What, on sunbed?
Yeah, but... No, I'm just thinking, I know. To break boredom up, wake you out, maximum security. They'll have Mr. Bronzodonist of E-Wing. You get an hour a day.
Yeah.
And what if they have it in December? So all your natural base time you've worked up in early part of the year, it's gone. All that graft they've done.
All for nothing. I know.
Nothing.
But yeah, so I must admit it is difficult, and it's we need sunshine, we need light, we need things to turn around soon.
But it's going to be a bleak winter. Well, we can always maintain to be the light beacon of sunshine and hope every Friday, Rich.
Gav Bateson's on Facebook. Sorry, Gav, I've missed your messages. He's
yelling abuse at me.
No. He's better off. She's had COVID. He's been on isolation for the last 2 weeks. She's been quite poorly, but she's making a good recovery. He's just saying he's locked down, I think, till Sunday, but then he can't even do it after that. He says, funny, Gav. Why don't I play Bright Eyes for Rabbit? That's not even funny. That's not even funny, Gav. Just wait till Lily sees you. She's going to knack you.
The thing is, there's more and more people now getting COVID, isn't there?
Yeah. Herd immunity. Let's get out there. Once and for all. Anyway.
Herd immunity.
So, coming up anyway after us, we've got the Mad as a Fish Colonel Backer show, and then from 7 till 8, we've got the JJK show. 8 till 11, we've got the indie artist playlist, and then into the small wee hours, we've got the indie rock hours. So stay tuned with Smile Radio. We're literally 5 minutes, Chris, and we've just about.
Again on it. What's on that? What's agenda for us next week, Rich?
We've got Matt Hodges.
The country and western singer.
Yeah.
He does the Sunday sesh.
He does a Sunday session. Black Horse.
He's a cracking voice, old cop.
Yeah, he's. I spoke to him briefly yesterday, and a couple of messages today. So yes, he's going to be on next week, and I think we might also have the boys from Civic Green on in the second part of the show.
With their new material.
Yeah, I need to speak to him about that.
Modelling more CP and Stone Island wear.
Yeah, but I think the lead.
I'm asking if there's any hand-me-downs.
I think the lead singer. I think he's stuck at work. I don't think he can make it next week. But anyway, so yeah, so a massive thanks again to Hayley Woolbridge, who came on all the way from St. Louis in Missouri, and the Adam from the Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue, promoting their new singles.
To be fair though, that might be the last time anybody ever sees him.
Yeah, don't go for dinner.
Come round for a bite to eat. What's on menu? Your brains.
Gavin said he used to getting dragged off by random tramps.
To be fair though, as long as they wash their hands, I wasn't particularly bothered.
No. Right then, I'm going to play. Listen, we're going to sign off with. I'm going to play the Far North. Did you like?
What's up with Norman Collier?
Shut up. Why is it not playing? Hang on. Runaway by the Far North. Did you hear that one?
Yes, I did, and I messaged him after listening to it and said it's fantastic.
So we're gonna sign off with that one, and all I was left to say is just a thank you for everybody who's tuned in. Again to our special guests, Hayley, and to Adam from the Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue, and Hayley.
Bullbright.
Thank you. Mental block again there. Bit of a.
Yeah, I tell you what.
It's getting worse, isn't
doctors?
It? I know. Well, I can't get in. I rung doctors. I couldn't get through.
What, the door doctor?
No, ringing. He just rung and went on to.
Yeah, that were wasted on you, wasn't it?
Eh?
I said, couldn't you get through it?
Yeah. What turned sideways.
What ailment is it? That foot and a half. That the Leviathan playing up, is it?
No. Just.
Or is it that pre-election to constantly feed your face? What was that on Facebook?
I'm not listening, Chris. You're not funny.
You had a head like a pumpkin, but pumpkins normally have a light behind their eyes, but you were putting cake in your chops. Where were you?
I were in kitchen. There were one of the girls that made some buns for Halloween. So
you had to taste it, didn't you?
They were nice and all. They were lovely. She's a good baker. Good baker. Only and we shared half of because it. My body's
half a bun each?
Yeah, my body's.
Where is it? Where do you live?
We had to share them with kids, don't you?
You're shameless.
We had to share it with kids. Anyway, listen, we're going to sign off with the Far North, Runaway, the single, their latest single. You'll be listening to Rich and
Chris
live on Smile Radio. Don't forget, if you miss this show, any other show, you can download the podcast from iTunes, Spotify, Podbean.
Hear your voice again. I do like that little intro you do, Rich.
Thank you. And again, you can listen on demand through our website, smileradio.co/on demand. So, thanks again, everybody. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And don't forget, give us 3 rings when you get them. See you later, kids. Ta-da.